If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves.
For a second day, a thick blanket of fog is causing problems for air travellers. As well as Heathrow Airport, Gatwick and London City have seen delays and cancellations today, and it's been a similar picture across much of the UK.
When my blood runs warm with an old red wine, I miss the life that I left behind. When I hear the sound of the blackbird's cry, I know I left in the nick of time. Well, this road I'm on's gonna turn to sand, leave me lost in a far-off land. So let me ride the wind till I don't look back, and forget the life that I almost had. If I wanted to, I'd die. May I know whose hand I'm in. If my home I never find, and let me live again. The longer I run and the less that I find, selling my soul for a nickel and dime, breaking my heart to keep singing these rhymes and losing again.
So I have arrived in Costa Rica. This is the hostel. The new friends I've made from the Basque country. And it's hot. So I'm back. Made in one piece. Happy New Year.
Tell my brother please not to look for me. I ain't the man that I used to be. But if my savior comes, need to let him know I've gone away for to save my soul. If I wanted to, I'd die. May I know whose hand I'm in. If my home I never find, and let me live again. The longer I run and the less that I find, selling my soul for a nickel and dime, breaking my heart to keep singing these rhymes and losing again. The longer I run and the less that I find, selling my soul for a nickel and dime, breaking my heart to keep singing these rhymes, losing again, losing again. The longer I run, losing again. Losing again.
Getting ready to watch my first sunset in Costa Rica. Sunset's about 5, and I've been surfing all day, so yeah, this is a nice little ritual to see the sunset.
es mañanera y no puede fallar. Luego al llegar ya veré lo que os pago. Quizá de la barra algo se pueda sacar. Y es que parece cantar música de vago. Y si no compensa pues trabajar.
So this is like the treehouse where most of the volunteers are staying. This is where I've chose to set up beside the volunteers' house in what was once a dome. It's growing passion fruits by the looks of things. That's why it's called the Passion Dome. So I put my tent beside my hammock.
Hola! Hi, my name is Adriana. So how I came into permaculture? Well, something happened to me when I was 12 years old. I had a tumor in my thyroid and I was about to die. I was in really bad shape. I had to have surgery. And at 12 years old, just after that happened to me, I was like, okay, what is life about? Like, I completely changed my life. I started like researching into nutrition more and practicing yoga, and it completely changed my life. That crisis changed my life and made me look into another way of living as well, because the way I was living before that was not very healthy. And yeah, and then here I am, being able to teach other people my passion. And my favorite two things are medicinal plants, to be able to share with people how you can heal yourself, and also food forests, how to heal the land from scratch. And I'm just really happy that now I'm able to do that for other people, and they can also be able to teach that to other people and for it to become viral. Sometimes people forget about themselves. You know, in permaculture, there's also zone zero, yourself, your mind and your body. It's good that you're protecting the environment, but for something to be sustainable, it has to be good for the people and the environment as well. So it's very good to incorporate yoga, because you also have to not only grow your own food and take care of the land, but also take care of yourself. And that has to do a lot with what you eat, like the decisions you make 3 times a day. Where do I get my food from? Do I go to an organic market, or do I go to this big chain supermarket? Or what do I put in my body? What am I supporting? So it's really important to just take care of yourself as well first. And also, as soon as you take care of yourself, help others, inspire others to do that.
I came here to learn about permaculture because don't know a lot about plants, haven't done a lot of gardening, and figured to be falls right into place with sustainable building. I mean, they're hand in hand. I've learned more so about growing food inside of greenhouses rather than outside, and it's really cool to come here to the tropics and see how they go about doing their permaculture. The more I learn about permaculture, the more exciting it is to see these little niches of opportunity and systems that are the ability of humans to successfully organize rather than destructively organize the way we have our animals and plants and living situation. I came with mostly an interest of trying to find out how to live.
Getting physical and dirty, and doing some gardening, and also doing some yoga and eating some great food, and just being with some fantastic people.
Hi, my name is Irene. I'm Costa Rican. I'm in a project to change completely my life. The decision came because I was really upset of working in four walls and a square in front of a computer every day. I had always had a good relationship with my sister, and she was ready to build a house, and I told her, hey, if you are tired of the city, why you don't come here and we build something together? And then the idea of this material was just like looking for something cheap, something different, something ecological, something like that. And we started looking and found that it was more easy and accessible than we thought. And we met people who had like parents or grandparents living in houses like that, and we started talking and talking. She made some workshops or something like that, and she said to me like, hey, we can do it. So we start doing it.
My name is Julia, and I'm from the U.S., grew up in the Midwest, spent a lot of time on the West Coast in California, Pacific Northwest, and I'm in the process of traveling around the globe and going where my heart calls me and what I've always been interested in, which brought me here to Rancho Delicioso. Because I'm really drawn to this environment and a sense of wellness and community that they are cultivating here, and kind of also an ability to learn and to meet like-minded people. So I'm on this journey to explore self, to grow personally, spiritually, but also to learn a lot and to be inspired by my surroundings and by those that are creating really sustainable practices in their lives. Permaculture is fascinating. I'm learning so much, and I really want to continue this journey to explore myself and to explore environments that are supportive of the whole process, from growing to cultivating to healthy consumption to mindful practices around nutrition and composting and creating again. So it's a beautiful cycle, and I'm happy to be part of it.
Gonna wash the dust off my soul. Gonna listen to some rock and roll. No cares, come what may, I'm making a beautiful day. Gonna drive my car to the sea, swim out far, 'cause I believe that the waves will wash the gray away. I'm making a beautiful day. Let me hear you say, oh, oh, my, I'm learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you said? Let's not forget we're alive.
Back home, you know, there's grocery stores, there's corner stores, and there's delivery food, and everything's accessible. Even if it's from Ecuador, you can get it. Everything is accessible. There's no seasons. There's no limit to what there is available. And it might make things more expensive or whatever. That's fine, but it's still there. It's available. Here, you have to very much ride the wave of the season, and you harvest what you harvest, and you save what you can save, and maybe there's another farm doing something different and you can work out a trade, work out a deal to where you can get everything you need if we don't have it all here. So the lifestyle immediately it's not convenient. It's not convenient. So once you take the convenience out, everything gets real. And I think that's what allows the people to start to open up to the real nature of themselves.
The place is a little heaven that meets dirt, who is like yoga and spirituality. So you get to really ground yourself into this earth and whatever product we make here. And you also get to elevate yourself with the spiritual practices we do, which is really balanced environment for me.
Laura. Thank you, Laura. And thank you, Pierce, for setting the table. And Angela as well, Mother Nature, for this beautiful color.
Alright guys, so it's gonna be 2 people per tray. And it's very important that you put the name of the seed package and the date as well. Okay, so you can start over there. So 2 people per tray. I don't know if there's enough room. If not, we can put the 10th of January.
I came down here thinking this was more or less like an organic gardening program, and permaculture is a whole different thing because it's a thinking, it's a way of thinking, it's a way of looking at what you have around you and figuring out how it works, how you can blend in and how it can work for you. So it's really been a really great experience in that respect.
So what I've learned in this course is like how to start my own gardening kind of. I still need to do a lot more research, but like kind of how to dig out the soil and plant and which plants to put next to each other, and like in a more sustainable and organic way than in like the conventional agriculture.
Well, I came on holiday for the permaculture retreat program, and then I just loved it, fell in love with the place, and then Jeff called me back and asked me to work for him. So I take care of the reservation, I'm the yoga teacher, I also farm for my own bed and food, and I get to teach raw cacao, which I'm passionate about. So this one is yellow, but there's 3 big types of cacao. There's different crops, but 3 big families. And some of them are red, some of them are green. This one, once it's ripe, turns a bit orange, starts green. Yes. And this is what cacao looks like.
Creation of divine harmony. Back to the source. I give thanks, Holy Father, for creation of this beautiful spirit.
course has been really awesome. It's been a perfect balance between learning and also, you know, going to the beach, being a part of things that are things I haven't seen before. It's really awesome. Great group of people. It's incredible what they have going on here. It's really cool to see and really inspiring for future goals of things to be a part of. It would be great to be, you know, to be working or to be living in a place like this.
We're looking around at some of the plots for sale on the Eco Village at Jeff, and this is one called Superview.
We basically have a development here that's called an Eco Village, and try to find really amazing people that are into art and sustainable living, and people that want to learn more, because it's a little bit different how you do it in every different part of the world. And so we have a research center where we're doing all of that, and we bring in volunteers and different experts from around the world, and we're running our PYPs, the Permaculture and Yoga Retreat Program. And yeah, so the people that move here right now, I would say about half of them are going to live here full time. Everybody else is, except for maybe one, are going to live here part of the time, so at least 6 months. That's one of the problems with the eco developments in Costa Rica. They're very transient, in that people buy these lots, they build a house, but nobody lives there, and so there's no actual community, because there's no community unless people have this relationship with each other. So we're trying to do things to create community, like we all surf together in the mornings, we have a lot of little barbecues, and we just do a lot of fun stuff. We have our exercise program that everybody does together. And so everybody that's coming in are basically interested in a lot of the same things, really improving their fitness and making time in their lives to be healthy with really healthy food and things that people find difficult to do when they live in big cities and are running the rat race, right? But here it's a lot easier, especially when you're surrounded by a community of people that are doing this together, right?
I wanna be free, so free, like a feather blowing through the breeze, like a bird in a tree, like a dolphin in the sea. I wanna fly high, so high, like an eagle in the sky. And when my time has come, I'll let it all go with a sigh. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the place.
Just so our night watch guide knows what we're doing.
I wanna be free, be me, be the
Well, the rooms are really shitty, but pretty nice view. I prefer to be camping out in my hammock. So I'm gonna go watch the sunset.
There's nowhere else to go except inside your heart and be just who you are. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the
That's outdoor, a way of life which we believe to be sustainable. My name is Nick Donati. I'm the Director of Natural Building at Rancho Delicioso. And we are doing a timber frame class that will be my and my partner's house.
We start with a building, we start with a design of a building, and then we figure out what kind of joinery we put in. Typically, always, it's mortise and tenon joinery, pegged joinery. And we make it so that it's small enough to get done, but big enough to be challenging for the class. And this is called a tie beam. So it's tying one wall together with the other wall in tension.
My name's Skip Dewhurst, and I'm one of the instructors for this chalk timber framing class down at Rancho Delicioso. And Elizabeth, my partner, and I have been coming down here teaching natural building and timber framing since 2001, I think.
Can't cut good joinery without good layout.
I'm a new soul. I came to this strange world hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came here, felt the joy and the fear, finding myself making every possible mistake.
We want you to shoot for perfect, and there's some places where it needs to be perfect.
We will be looking for within 1/16 of an inch.
I'm a young soul in this very strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about what is true and fake. But why all this hate? Try to communicate. Finding trust and love is not always easy to make. La 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 la.
A couple of rules when sawing that'll keep you out of trouble. So I'm trying to make one flat plane. Has anybody used a handsaw before and kind of had a multifaceted diamond effect? Never. We want to try to avoid that. And if you follow the way that I show you how to do this, you'll most likely get one flat plane.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Nice.
Trying to stay focused here.
To that curve, the place that I severed the and stop. As soon as I'm about there, I'm going to put the mallet down, and then I'm going to turn bevel up. So far I've had the bevel down the whole time. Now I'm going to turn the bevel up, and I know I have diving green right there, so I'm going to kind of start over here. Now I'm going to pair. So somebody was asking what pairing was, and I tried to describe it, and I said it'll make sense when you see it. So this technique is called pairing, and I'm using the chisel across the grain. So before I was going with the grain, but I had bevel down. Now I have bevel up, and I'm going across the grain. If I go this way, the wedge shape of the chisel will dive on me. It won't fit. So, it's going on this corner fairly nice, but over here it's not. And again, I don't want to force it on.
Cook on a wood fire?
Huh?
You cook on a wood fire?
Yeah.
That's today's lunch?
I don't know what that is, but I'm just lighting it for them. This is gonna be corned for making tortillas.
Looks good. What are these?
Normally they're served with applesauce, but we're serving it with a tropical medley of pineapple, papaya, and maracuja.
Very good. I'm going on a journey with the woodworking where your self-esteem and confidence is affected by if you can saw straight or if you can chisel properly. And I wasn't very good at laying out. I felt a bit low after that, but today I've managed to saw pretty good and chisel pretty good, so I'm feeling a bit more upbeat, which is great. And it's silly really, but I guess you just get really into what you're doing.
You don't want to go in like this, because that will make your house or your mortise really loose in there with your tenant.
So right now we're cutting a mortise right here for a beam that's coming in perpendicular, horizontally, and It's coming along slowly, but it'll get there. It goes in, the tenon goes in through the hole, and it holds with the peg in the mortise right here.
You happy with your work, Mark?
Getting closer.
Enjoy chiseling more than sawing?
I feel as though I have. Well, I'm getting better at both of them. So, I'm getting more comfortable with each one, with each stroke.
What kind of chisel you working with, Jamie?
I had a really good one.
Yeah, the chisel's pretty shit.
Yeah.
What can I say? I brought it home. It's a shitty chisel. I knew it when I had it.
We're doing good. Seems like everybody's picking up skills on how to use the chisel and saw. But this is the kind of day where we're like part way in and a lot of people start to forget stuff from the first day. So just a quick reminder, the first step when removing wood is sever the fibers across the grain. So for a mortise, that means saw your housing line or use your chisel to score the end grain. Have anything done to the bottom? Oh, you are... Woohoo! One for the done!
Mark, if you're happy.
Got a nice film of him bringing it over there. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we were checking out a little bit of it last night. Yeah.
Done! On the done pile.
It's tight, but it's going. Is there anybody not ready? Okay, ready? Coming. I was happy then with no mindset. Coming so it's vertical. Okay, just gonna temporarily brace it and we can not you right to go for it.
So it might be push hard.
There you are. You got it.
Slang when you notice the stripes, the dirt in your fries. It's right when you die.
Honest, you might need to pass that to somebody that can take it on the inside.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, we'll feel the brace.
This one is going to move off the concrete though.
Okay, wiggly, wiggly, right in.
Go towards Mark a little bit, now push in.
Wiggle and push.
Yeah, that's good. Keep going. Keep going.
All regular ones were all good.
Okay.
Hit him for the shoulder.
Wiggle it. Wiggle it. Wiggle it. Wiggle it.
Going, we're moving slowly, but we're getting there.
Yeah, it's going.
Brace, do it. Alright, it's time for the grinder.
On the good life, I might you'll never find without her, flaming fields, never too young to
That'll do, peg. That'll do.
Bahia Salinas in the northern part of Costa Rica. Pretty much all the way over there is Nicaragua. And this is one of the windiest places in Central America, so it's a great place to do kite surfing. We have arrived at Pueblo Verde, which is a small eco-village that I saw online before I came out. We're staying in the El Centro Permaculture, which is a permaculture center. And we're staying in this little cabin, which has got a couple of bunk beds, so we're in there for a couple of nights. So this is the road that takes you up through Pueblo Verde to the lots. There's about 5 or 6 houses here already completed at various stages. This here is Lot 9. So we're going to pull up and have a look. So we're up on the lot. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. The sun's out. And this lot is for sale for $34,000. It's kind of like a hilltop lot. The trees are sort of blocking out the view, but if you like, you could cut all these trees and make a nice flat building pad. You could probably build a house. If you did it yourself, maybe 50, 60 grand. If you want to do something a bit nice, so you probably looking at spending close to 100 grand to get yourself a house, which is 5 minutes from the beach in a forest. It's got water, it's got electricity, but it's just a basic plot really. So this is a typical house in this area that you could build if you were interested in a plot. These are like 6x6 timber posts with concrete footings. As you can see around the house, there's a concrete sort of low wall, and that's pretty much for termites, because termites can just devour wood, and they can still get up the concrete, but you can see their trails and then you can just take them away. So this is quite a practical way of building. This house is being built by a Mexican stockbroker who wants to get out of the rat race and get away from it all. So it's quite nicely done, but it's not traditional timber frame. They're using screws instead of mortise and tenon, but nice high roof, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be a very comfortable house to live in. Yeah. Walking in the cloud forest in the Monteverde Reserve today. As you can see, I'm dressed very differently. Raincoat, long trousers. We're right up in the mountains, so the climate's very different, but it's very beautiful, covered in moss and vines, beautiful trees everywhere. So we're going on a 4-hour hike today, so hopefully it should be good. I think this little fellow is after our food.
Camera. Can't eat the camera.
Come forward, bud.
Okay.
Step to the edge, my friend.
Don't worry about that. Good.
To the very edge.
The very edge. The edge of freezing.
One hand holding the straps.
One hand on the orange.
Oh shit.
One hand. You can with one here. Only hold hard, okay?
Now bend your knees, man.
Bend your knees.
I want to step. Woo!
I'm alive. I'm alive. Still no, amigo.
So how's the last couple of weeks in Costa Rica been for you?
I've really enjoyed it. I've had a company, a person who doesn't really want to be filmed.
How does that make you feel?
It's alright actually.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta respect people's privacy.
Okay, it's positive.
It might have been interesting, showing a road trip of two people who've only known each other for 1 week before they met, came out.
Okay. And how do you feel the 2 weeks have gone, considering we've only known each other a week?
Very good. It could have been a disaster, but it wasn't.
Did you have faith that it would be good?
Yep.
Did it meet your expectations?
Yep. It's been very relaxing. I think I'll miss her when she's gone. Breaking my journey in this little town called San Juan del Sur, which is on the Pacific side of, just as you come into Nicaragua. It's a little beach town about 25 minutes from the border, and I found a hostel which again has another beautiful view of the sunset.
Quesadilla?
Yeah, chicken quesadilla. Gracias.
Tonight is Random Ass Trivia. That is, it's sex night, so it's Random Ass Trivia. All right, my very lovely San Juan, this question.
So I'm setting up my hammock and putting up my tent, which is where I'll keep all my stuff. I'm going to be here for 10 days.
Okay, so you're looking to get that hip bone in the inner arch of your hand. I'll bring her down. When you
I'm not sure what we're gonna do.
just arms straight, like bird. So feel the hip bone.
Just think.
When you got it.
No one's putting
You got
baby
it?
in the
Yeah?
corner.
Okay. Keep the arms straight, pushing up, pushing up,
Up.
straight,
Push,
push, straighten them out, straighten them out, straighten them out, lock them out. There you go. You got it. Nice, beautiful, awesome. Go back to the other one.
In the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, oh, you fill my lungs with sweetness you fill my head with you? Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get it down? Or you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out? Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you?
Like if you just keep them together and like
Can I take you to a moment where it feels rainbow and the trees are filled with memories of the feelings never told, and the evening pulls
Everyone, lunch is ready.
and the day is almost there.
Do you mind passing me a bowl?
Oh, the whole world is sleeping.
There's probably like
My world is here. Can I be close to you?
truffle oil and
Can I be close to you?
you get truffle oil and
Is that I was wondering if it was
Can I be close to you?
Is this a normal Sunday?
It's a normal Sunday fun day.
Be close to you.
I it was a king.
Can I be close to you?
no.
Today we are collecting horse shit. I guess it's for fertility. Nice way to start the morning. Jana, can you tell me what we're harvesting?
We are harvesting kikisuke this morning. Also called taro? Yeah, also called taro. And it's a starchy root vegetable with the big elephant ear leaf.
We have this culture called the Mayans. The Mayans used to believe or used to calculate that around this time something will change between all of us.
leaving the farm today and heading up to Grenada and continuing my travels. Had a lovely time here. This island is extremely special and got a lovely energy to it, so I'll miss it. But I'll be back, I'll definitely come back here.
I feel love pouring through my soul, yeah. I feel love coursing through my veins. I feel love everywhere I go, yeah. The more I see, love's the way to be, yeah, 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 yeah.
So I arrived on the little corn island, feeling a little bit seasick. Now I've got to find my hostel with the greenhouse.
It'll be sure to come back your way. You can't choose. You can't choose to radiate with love. Take pride in being someone that knows.
So I'm just having dinner on my own, and I'm in a little just local restaurant where you can get cheap food. But traveling's definitely changed since I first travelled about 15 years ago. There was no smartphones, and it's amazing how dependent we get with these things. I suppose it's just different that we're very connected all the time. We call home, we message people. But yeah, when I first travelled, there was like, you'd hit an internet cafe once a week, but nowadays you go into a bar and you'll see like 10 people just looking down at the screens of the phones. In some ways it's good, in some ways it's not so good. So I leave tomorrow and I'm gonna go do something a bit different.
Love or fear in this life, in this world. Love is what we need here.
So Casa Guatemala started in 1977. Originally, it was run as an orphanage and a center for abandoned and malnourished children. Throughout the Civil War, it was a home to a lot of the children that were coming in throughout the crisis that we had here. Hundreds of children have been placed by Casa Guatemala around the world in loving families. In 2007, they stopped adoptions here in Guatemala, which meant that our organization shifted to have more of a focus on preventative care. So instead of waiting until children have been taken away from their families or given up by their families, we're able to provide a home, a school, nutrition for a lot of the very poor rural communities in the area that we work in. So as all of the older kids have kind of aged out, there's been more and more space. We've had an opportunity to serve now up to 30 different indigenous Mayan villages in the Rio Dulce, Izabal, and Alta Veracruz areas. So what we're able to do now is provide pre-kinder through grade 6 education, a home. So a lot of the kids come from far away, so it's like a free boarding school for them. And and really because of that they have all their meals there. We have our clinic, so if they get sick we take care of them, and then on top of that we provide these community services for the surrounding communities that are able to come and take advantage of the kids that come back and forth for school every day, the families that are able to use the services of our clinic, and then also cases where we have kind of emergency nutrition food disbursement for families who are in need.
I came down here in 2007 with a group of friends to work at Casa Guatemala. It was then an orphanage. We had such a good time we came back and created a program for other college students to come down and do the same thing, and it snowballed into a program that now has up to 35 volunteers a year who come back and help mix cement.
And what specifically are you doing now?
Well, right now we're just bringing sand from the mainland out to the project site so that we can eventually mix it together. We'll rebuild the floor. As you can see, half of the floor has been rebuilt and half of it still has holes and puddles. So if they play basketball, it becomes kind of a nightmare. So right now we bring the material. On Monday we'll break the floor apart, and then Wednesday and Thursday we'll mix cement and make a new floor.
Pretty physical.
Oh, it's brutal. It's good.
All right.
It's good.
Hi, my name's Tony. I'm a volunteer here at Casa Guatemala, and I am the English teacher here. It's been about 2 months so far for my volunteer experience, and I have 1 more month to go, so a 3-month total. And see about my experience so far. It's been very interesting, my first time teaching, and it's been great. The kids are awesome. It's a little difficult at times, but they're really, they definitely show an interest when you can get their attention. So some of the tricks, getting them motivated, keeping their attention. Sometimes you have to pull out some backup plans when things don't go as smoothly, but yeah, it's definitely a win-win for me. I've learned a lot from them, and I'm definitely teaching them a little bit about English and also respecting their elders and teachers, especially foreign travelers too. It's very important for them to learn. So. ¿Te gusta película? Sí. ¿Qué se dice? ¿Qué se dice to Elios?
Thank you.
Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye.
I'm here now teaching these kids martial arts, and while it's tiring, I'm having a lot of fun, and they're really cute kids, and I'm really interested in what I'm teaching, so.
So I've come to the end of my holiday, and I'm on Lake Atilan. It's beautiful, sun setting, and it's been a great trip. Really enjoyed it, and learned a lot about myself, with usual things like try to be more open-hearted and live in the day and all that sort of stuff. And hope you enjoyed watching the film. Thanks. Bye.
flower growing wild and free. All I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were a river in the mountains tall, the rumble of your water would be my call. If you were the winter, I know I'd be the snow, just as long as you were with me when the cold winds blow. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea.